Sanjay Dutt is all set to disrupt India's 5 lakh crore premium liquor market with his new Scotch whisky brand called Glenwalk. And in just 4 months, they've sold over 10 lakh bottles, totaling a revenue of 150 crores. To put that in perspective, when brands like Johnnie Walker, Jack Daniels or Black Label launch a new variant, it typically takes them 2 to 3 years to hit these numbers. So we went deep into India's liquor market to find out how Glenwalk pulled this off. And the answer is hidden in Kotler's 4P marketing framework: product, price, place and promotion. To understand why Sanjay Dutt chose Scotch whisky over any other alcohol, you first need to understand the Indian liquor market. You see this graph over here? 90% of all alcohol consumed in India is hard liquor, of which 63% is whisky. India is the world's largest whisky consuming nation. See, Indians prefer a higher buzz per milliliter. Hard liquor like whiskey, vodka and gin have an ABV of 30 to 40% compared to 7 to 8% in beers or wines. One whiskey peg is equal to 4 or 5 beers worth of buzz. When people drink to escape, hard liquor gets them there faster and cheaper. Okay, so by this, we understand that whiskey in India is a very big space to build in. But why Scotch? See, any whiskey that is distilled, aged and bottled in Scotland is called Scotch whisky. All Scotches are whiskies, but not all whiskies are Scotch. India's Scotch market is the fastest growing in the world, with imports exploding over 200% in the past decade. This makes India the world's largest Scotch importer by volume, surpassing France. With rising disposable incomes and premiumization happening across all categories, people are upgrading, even in alcohol. So for Glenwalk, launching a Scotch instead of regular whiskey made complete sense. But here's what makes the product even smarter. The blend has been developed entirely in Scotland, but is altered for the Indian palate. More sweet notes, not too harsh, flavored with Indian spices for a smoother aftertaste. But a premium Scotch designed for India means nothing if it's sitting in a warehouse. The next challenge? Getting it on the shelves across the country where alcohol distribution is a regulatory nightmare. See, selling alcohol in India is like selling a product in 28 different countries because alcohol is controlled by state governments and every state has its own policy and tax system. Take Tamil Nadu for instance. Alcohol sales happen exclusively through government-owned outlets. Compare that to Goa and Gurgaon, where it's done through private licensing with lower tax rates and relaxed rules. And then there's Maharashtra, where until recently, you couldn't even apply for a new license. You had to buy one from someone who already owned it. So in a market so lucrative, how did Glenwalk manage to thrive? The answer to this lies in the founding team of Glenwalk. Glenwalk's parent company is Cartel & Bros. It was founded in 2022 by Moksh Sani and his 4 other co-founders, all of whom bring decades of experience from the liquor industry in verticals of product formation, legal matters and retail store network. Jiten Mirani from the Drink Bar Academy made sure this is real Scotch, made and bottled in Scotland with awards from Pro Wine and the London Spirits Competition. Rohan Nihlani navigates the state-by-state excise maze, different taxes, licenses and rules in every market. Neeraj Singh built the scaling system that turned this momentum into a flywheel. Moksh and Manish Sani own Living Liquids. They understand pricing psychology, stock movement and consumer preference patterns better than anyone. Living Liquids is Maharashtra's biggest alcohol retail network. This gave Glenwalk an easy entry in 10,000 plus retail stores, bars and outlets across 15 states, with 68% of their sales coming from Maharashtra. And this is where distribution becomes a superpower in alcohol. Think about it. The more stores you're in, the more people discover you. They try it, they like it and spread the word. And when your founding team owns the network from the first day, the entry barriers don't just lower, they disappear. Glenwalk's founding team didn't need to build distribution. They already owned it. But not everyone can figure it all out on day one. And that's exactly why we built GrowthX. It's a private community of 5,000 plus leaders. It helps you learn product, marketing, and AI from the world's top experts. Plus, you get access to tools that will help you grow your career. The community is not for everyone. You can check if you are eligible by clicking the link in the description below. Once you have the right product and place to sell, pricing becomes critical. See, right now, the Indian liquor market has 3 pricing segments. First is the popular segment. All hard liquor under 1,000 rupees. Most IMFLs and country liquors sit here. High volume, but thin margins. By the way, IMFLs are Indian-made foreign liquor. Liquor that is made in India using foreign techniques. This segment accounts for 70% of the volume. After which, you have your prestige segment. The price range is between 1000 to 2500 rupees. This segment accounts for 25% of the volumes. But in terms of growth, this section is growing the fastest. And lastly, you have your luxury segment. All alcohol above 2500 rupees sits here in this band. Margins are high, but it accounts for only 5% of the volumes. Now, most standard IMFL tops out at around 1500. And here's where Glenwalk positioned itself brilliantly. At 1600 in Maharashtra, it's targeting first-time Scotch drinkers who want a premium experience without taking a hit at their pockets. Glenwalk is giving you entry-level Scotch experience with an actual premium product. That's a pricing gap no one else is filling. You see, these are all Scotch whiskies that are available in the Indian market right now at these price points. No brand is offering authentic Scotch in this range. And not just that, their 200 ml nib format at just 500 rupees makes it even more accessible for first-time users. So Glenwalk found the pricing sweet spot. Premium Scotch that doesn't feel out of reach. But here's the problem. Even if you got the perfect product at the perfect price in the perfect stores, how do you actually tell people about it when alcohol advertising is completely banned in India? And the 1995 Cable TV Act makes it even tougher. No TV commercials. No print ads showing bottles, nothing. So to keep brand recall alive, liquor giants do surrogate marketing. They push proxy products. Kingfisher sells calendars and mineral water. Bagpiper sells soda and music CDs. But Glenwalk didn't need calendars or soda cans. They had something far more powerful. Sanjay Dutt. And given Sanjay Dutt's personality, his life story and his trajectory, an alcohol brand just fits. When a celebrity endorses a product this naturally, it doesn't feel like marketing. It feels authentic. And that authenticity translates into social buzz. When Sanjay Dutt announced that he has launched his own Scotch whiskey brand, Instagram reels and LinkedIn posts exploded. No paid TV spots needed. Digital media did all the heavy lifting. They targeted urban Indians aged 25 to 40 years, the exact demographic trading up to premium Scotch. But here's the smart part. They didn't stop at social media. They went straight to Horeca. Hotels, restaurants and cafes. Get the product into bars where people actually make purchase decisions. Let them try it in a premium setting. If they like it there, they'll buy it at retail. People still walk into liquor stores and say, Baba ki whiskey de do. That's not just celebrity endorsements. That's brand recall without spending a rupee on traditional advertising. So there you have it. A Scotch tailored for Indian taste buds. Distribution built on an existing network. Price position in an untapped gap. And promotion driven by authentic celebrity power. Glenwalk didn't just launch a whiskey. They executed a masterclass in market entry. And that's why they sold 10 lakh bottles in 4 months. Tell us in the comment section which business you'd like us to break down next. And I'll see you in the next one.